A lot is happening in your life right now currently, and you're going through an awakening stage. There are different stages of an awakening. It might be that you're going through a dream awakening. Now you're able to control your dreams. It's no longer a hard thing to do. You can do it anytime. You know how to stop anybody who's trying to give you food. You can tell them that I don't eat in my dreams. You can do that. You're awakening from the dream state and you're interacting with the fourth dimension from a different experience. All of this information is no longer something that's very scary or something that you are very, challenged to the point that you don't want to even try it out yourself. Like everything is coming to you very easy and you're able to understand everything about yourself. That's very important. That's very powerful. You are learning something, you are growing. Now, in everything that happens in your body, what's currently happening to a lot of you guys, and some of you have been feeling this thing for the longest of time. I'm talking from 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have been feeling some of these things, right? And a lot of you are currently going through it right now. Your body having to feel like it's floating. You can look into it. You can look at your feet and you don't see that happening. But for some reason, there's a feeling that you're having to float up in the air. That feeling is real. It's the taste of what transpires whenever you're interacting with the higher dimension. But in this case, you are engaging with the fourth dimension because most of the time you go through a dream state, you're finding yourself flying up high in the sky. And you come back into this reality asking yourself, how did I do that? I didn't know that I'm able to do this. Yes, you are able to do it. You can be able to overcome this matrix in so many ways that will always be amazing to you when you start to feel the reflection of it. That is the true cosmic light you're feeling inside and you're growing. It is a positive feeling. Everywhere you're standing, you're starting to feel like you're floating. It's happening. It brings a great excitement inside of your heart. It brings a great excitement. It brings a great excitement inside of your heart. And it makes you to wonder what is really happening. That is another stage of an awakening that you're going through. And if I must tell you, you are currently walking a straight spiritual path, which you need to follow and keep up with it no matter what happens. It is a sign. Your awakening comes in forms of signs and experience, patterns, synchronicity numbers. We've went through that. I've talked about it multiple times. You are going through an awakening stage. There are different types of an awakening you go through all the time. The information is not all the same. However, it is able to complement each other in order for you to be able to move on to the next level spiritually, to the next dimension spiritually. Now, I want you to practice this every time you feel like you're floating. And it happens the most if you're in the toilet or around trees. Not necessarily around trees, but if you're at a place where there's a lot of an amount of trees, it happens that your body feels like picking up. What you want to do is making sure that you do not fill yourself with a lot of food inside of your system. You need to opt and try to consume light food. Okay? Have that balanced diet. Now, I'm not saying you should have it forever, but you will know that there's a certain time when now I need to eat like this and be on an alkaline diet. Maybe do that alkaline diet for like at least a month. And a lot of you guys are asking me, what is the perfect diet? I want to give credit. Sebi. I want to give credit to Sebi. And I'm saying to you, there is no perfect, better alkaline diet better than Sebi's. Make your research and find yourself that you don't need to come ask me about the dietary. Please, I've been receiving messages about this. I will make my own diet when time comes. But for now, strictly go to Dr. Sebi's diet. Alkaline is the best. That's me giving him credit for the beautiful work he has been doing. Okay? Now you want to visit or interact or engage with the light diet for like a month or so. Then you can go back to your habits. Okay. You can go back to your habit. If you are enjoying that alkaline diet, then you can keep up with it. Great advantage to your body. The feeling doesn't happen all the time, you having to feel like you're floating up in the air. But you must be grateful if you're having this feeling, because it says a lot on the next stage you are currently moving into. That's always a first sign. And when you have to go through that, you listen to your body, what it requires, because it is helping you. Your body is a being on its own as well as you are inside of it. And 3 stages are gained inside of your mind, because your whole entire body is inside of your mind. There are 3 stages of an engagement. Your body has to communicate with you from a mental capacity, the mental state, in order for you to be able to get things done. And it works way better if you are able to listen to your body at the specific timing. When it tells you now, you have to do this, change that, change this. You apply it, everything changes for the great, better, good spiritually. There's some great benefits that comes from it all the time. It only requires you to listen to your body. So this feeling comes and goes because it is a next stage you are feeling yourself into spiritually. In whatever that you have been doing, having to be living inside of your heart, sharing and spreading the love with everybody, having to do a lot of meditation, having to do your fasting, having to do any spiritual work, having to change your diet. It will bring you to that state of feeling your body like it's floating, because now you're moving to the next stage. And you need to listen to your body and use that to your own advantage, because it is sending you to a perfect positive vibration you need to start to maintain and overcome other differences in your life or people that are around you. So every time you feel like there's this feeling, you feel like floating, that's when now you need to go straight at it and be hard on your spiritual practice, whatever it is. It might be yoga, it might be meditation. You stick with it. That's when now your attention is required than before, because there's something you're breaking and there's something you're building as well at the same time. The balance structure is coming for you. It's happening in a natural way, in a natural state. Okay? You get your diet in line, you keep up with your practice, you stick with it, and your whole consciousness will lead you further through everything that you have to interact with. When you go through this feeling of floating, your mind, the right side of your mind, is becoming too active. And you need to do this by trying to imagine yourself hovering in the air, as in like walking in the air. But you're using your right side of your brain. Because remember, your right side of your brain is connected to all the magic. Your right side of the brain is connected to all the mysteries. The right side of your brain is connected to you not to be limited with anything in this world or any other attachment. That's where now you have to get right with your right side of your mind, because it is the one that actually brings you closer to these higher dimensions. If you're able to perfect the right side of your mind, how you think with it, you are able to use it to manipulate anything around you. Anything that is physical. You are able to use it through practice to make sure that every time you're having this feeling of floating up in the air, you're imagining yourself in the middle of the night, the quietest time in the world. You're imagining yourself practicing at least 30 minutes, walking up in the air. You'll start to interact with the 4th dimension. You'll engage with it. This feeling will always be there every single day. It won't come and go. Now you're going to be connected with it entirely, because now you are practicing you having to fly up in the sky. And those are the first steps of you interacting or engaging with the 4th dimension that is already within, connected to your heart, but above, after your crown chakra activity, right? And if you are able to do that, it's going to be easy for you now to fully control your dreams And when you're able to control your dreams, when you enter a mental state through meditation, it is going to be easy for you to use these energies to start to create your body, your crystallized body in the fourth dimension. For it happens when you die, you enter that state, then you're able to be in the reality of the fifth dimension, whereby now you have to be physical. Because remember, the fourth dimension, it is a state, your mental capacity. That is why it is important for you to pay homage to what's happening in your mind. If you're able to control your mind, no one is going to be able to control it for you. No one is going to be able to manipulate your mind, no religion, no dogma, anything, even me included. You know to tell the difference if this is right or wrong. Because your tiny merkabas in your brain activities that are there mostly active, it means that you have control over them. And you're able to create this reality all the time, right? I talked about the fact that it happens in the toilets the most. I want to explain that. Why does it happen that when you're starting to feel the floating or in the air, feeling like your body? Because remember, your soul is at your feet. Your soul is the one that's actually elevating. And obviously this is affecting your whole entire body. It is affecting your spirit as well. Right? And all of the energy centers of your chakras. So your soul starts to radiate that floating because it is overexcited. There's a portal that is open and it is waiting for you to shift. The moment that happens, you become in the next stage of your spiritual awakening. Because there are different multiple ways of you having to go through this. It's just an experience. And it is important when you go through this phase, you go back to your past and heal your traumas. Anything that is painful, bad, stop being afraid of your thoughts. It's not going to help you. Stop being afraid of your thoughts. You need to spend at least an hour session looking into your past painful traumas and learn how to heal it, overcome it, and make sure that you detox yourself from all of that emotion and be free from it and release it. It's important when you release. If you're able to cry it out, then it is important for you to enter a meditation state and go through your past trauma and cleanse yourself from it. This is a training for you to know how it is, for you to know how you can be able to overcome the matrix. Or anything that's actually holding you back that deals with an attachment, right? Now, the reason why you're floating the most in the toilet, remember, the toilet is a portal. Every room in your house is a portal, but the most powerful portal there is in your household is a toilet. Any toilet in the whole entire world, it becomes the most powerful portal. When you open a door, you enter into the next room, you're bringing all of your reality into it. And if you were to practice opening a door first before you start to speak anything that is successful in your life you want to see happen, the moment you open, you walk into that door, you just say, I'm walking into my new life. It is a portal, right? It is a portal. So your toilet becomes a most powerful portal because there's more like a dug up hole there that takes all of your ish and your urine down there, right? One of the reasons why you're sitting in the toilet, you're sitting in your toilet room, you're having your phone, the network is always active, no matter what happens. Any other room, the network is not the same, but you go to the toilet, it's totally different. The whole day is connecting to the underground network magnetic field that sends it up there and brings it back again to the center of the room. That's why most of the time when you're in the toilet, you're floating. Way better. You feel like the floating is becoming more intense. Way better than any other room in the house. But it happens again that if there's like a lot of trees around surrounding the house, then anyway, the feeling becomes the same. Becomes very mutual. The second stage. When you're outside in nature around trees, especially the tallest trees ever, the feeling becomes even worse. You having to feel like you're floating up in the air because you're now connected with the inner terrestrial world, the underworld. That is why it is important for you to always walk with your barefoot, because you're connecting with the inner terrestrial world, another planetary system, but you're extending your roots to that planetary system. So when you are around trees like that, the feeling of you floating becomes even intensified. And everything you're projecting from within your heart, that's important. Always project this reality. When you enter meditation state, focus to your heart the most. If you're able to do that, you're gonna be able to perfect this thing of living in your heart. When you live in your heart, you are able to maintain and balance these energies, not to fall off, but to always be properly aligned with you. When they're properly aligned with you, then you can be able to protect yourself and create any reality you'd like to actually do for yourself. And even extend it to any other person around you, your family members, your children, your friends. Automatically, the people that are going to be around you for the longest of time, they'll also benefit from your aura, your protection, because you are living from the heart. And it's going to be much more easy for you to express that reality in their lives as well. Every time you feel like you're floating, don't ignore that feeling. It has come for you because there's something great that's opening in your field and you're getting aligned. You're getting to be in the next stage. You are being credited by your higher self, which is connected to your soul, to tell you that everything you have been doing or whatever that you have been listening, because sometimes it might happen that you're listening to good positive music that resonates with high frequency and vibration. It happens now that your way of an awakening is affecting you positively to the point that your body is feeling like floating up in the air. Because I'll tell you this, not everybody is going to respond the same when it comes to any spiritual connection. That is what I've been saying to you. When you work with elements, right, as a person, the elements might actually bring some great memory in your life on how you use those elements to reconnect to your higher self. You do that. If it helps you to be in nature, all the time you're around nature, and it works way better than you having to meditate and do any other thing, then you spend more time in nature, because obviously it is elevating. Because another way for you to be able to detox fully, when you're around nature, by just sitting, doing nothing, you don't need to meditate, by just sitting, minding your own business around trees, it is able to detox all the negativity in your system, emotionally, physically, spiritually, by just being there in the nature. That's why they took you out of nature. They took us all out of nature, because they know what it actually does when you're around it, in it, with it all the time. So if it works for you to detox through nature, then it can be able to help bring you a step closer to your spiritual awakening. If it helps you having to listen to frequency sounds all the time, because the first stage of the frequency sound that's always alarming, that's always sounding in your ears, is the first sound you hear when you wake up early AM. That zing, right? That sound is always there. But a lot of you guys are able to reflect positively on it when you have to listen to such frequency vibrational sounds. The more you listen to it and in tune with it when you do a meditation, it can be able to bring you a step closer to your awakening. Some of you guys are able to bring yourself into this awakening when you do a lot of sun gazing. Hence, that's why I always tell you guys to make your sun gazing. The more you sun gaze, it brings you a step closer to this awakening experience within, more than anything else. So you have to find yourself which elements are better useful for you, right, to elevate, to ascend, to tap into these dimensions. Then you go back at it and start to work on your meditation. It might happen that there's a certain blockage of a practice you need to do first and overcome in order for you to be able to make it easy for yourself to enter meditation state. But one thing I guarantee you is, if you have so much happening in your life in the past that has happened and transpired and you never got a chance to heal, it's going to be very difficult for you to stay longer in that meditation. First, overcome that. Free yourself from that. Free yourself from that blockage. Then by the time you start to do your meditations, it's going to be much more easy. Again, right? Now moving off topic, because I think I've done and dealt in talking about the floating, you having to float up in the air. You guys, you get what I was trying to say, right? I hope you do. I just want to say this. If it's too difficult for you to meditate, you try by all means. There's something you're eating. First of all, that's wrong. And in this case, I won't be specific what you're eating, but I want to tell you this. If you want to have a clear meditation, especially if you don't want to interact with negative beings in your meditations, detox your body for a week. Stay away from all the junk. Hear me. Stay away from all the junk. You go back right at it, right? It's like, I want you guys to be free in this, okay? Just for 7 days, stay away from junk, anything that is toxic in your life. Detox, detox, detox. Be in nature, be in the sun. It will help you to detox. Right? Have your warm water with turmeric spice for a couple of days or the whole entire week. Just 1 glass of warm water. It will help you to detox. Go through any emotional detoxing. When you have done your detoxing for 7 days, enter meditation. I guarantee you, you will be able to maintain yourself for the longest of time in that meditation. Because some of you guys, the reason why it's difficult, besides the emotional baggage, one of the reasons why it's becoming so difficult, you're in the toxic life, you're drinking negative things, you're eating negative things, then you want to go right at it and start to meditate. You won't be able to do it. I can, trust me, I can be any other substance, but I'll be able to maintain it and go to the meditation, right? I can eat all junk, but be able to do the longest of meditations. Right? So you need to detox first. Stop all the negative habits. You'll go right back at it. Trust me, you'll go right back at it. After 7 days, you start to do your meditation for 7 days. Come back here. You'll tell me. You'll say, Ra, I did what you told me and it's actually working like magic. I'm actually been thinking to keep up with this lifestyle in order for me to be able to maintain myself in the deeper state of the mind when it comes to meditation. I guarantee you. Then from there, it will be much more easy for you to go back to your past trauma experiences and heal yourself. Heal yourself. Because if you heal yourself, you're able to overcome anything. You're able to make your body in the 4th dimension and be in the high dimensions all the time. If there's anything that you did to somebody that's so wrong, ask for forgiveness wherever they are, but enter meditation and try to heal yourself from it. Reimagine, repicture that event, what had happened and everything. Look into it. Learn. What is the reason you did it? This will help you not to ever do it again. Forgive yourself. Forgive them how they treated you. You deserved it, but forgive them. Forgive yourself. Right? Clean yourself from that emotional blockage. Right? Dispense it and make sure that it is able to flush out of your system. That's how you're able to overcome these things. They are there for a reason. When you overcome those experiences, you become more even strong and powerful. Because now it has no power to consume you. Then moving forward, it's going to be easy for you to do anything. And that's how you're able to help yourself to elevate high. I wanted to make this video very short. Breathing, again, breathing is important. Breathe. Freedom, you're becoming free. Hold your breath and look within. Love and cosmic light. Don't forget to meditate. Don't forget to sun gaze. Don't forget to do yoga. Don't forget to detox your body each and every week. And don't forget it to keep up with the healthy diet if you want to maintain this lifestyle. Stay away from anything that's so negative. Don't let it consume you. Stay away from it. Be free. Master yourself right now. You have a chance. Master yourself. Teach your children. Don't be selfish with this information, man. Teach your children what you're learning here. Otherwise, stop listening to me because you clearly are listening but not doing anything. Teach your children this wisdom, man. Fulfill your children with the greatest cosmic light they have already inside of them. Your children are the most powerful beings, man. But they get to be corrupted after the age of 12 years old all the time. And parents are helping the system to do that all the time.